How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. Hope you guys are crushing it out there, having a great day so far. And like you all saw in the title of this video, we're going to be breaking down 5 stocks to buy right now in August of 2021. We're going to break down some charts on multiple time frames and talk about my thoughts on these stocks. So sit back, relax, go down below, get your $50 from M1 Finance. All you have to do is use my link, deposit $100, and we each get $50 to invest with. And you guys could check out my Patreon if you want all my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, a morning update video, and more access to me throughout the day. That's on Patreon, link down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So as of now, it's 2 p.m. here on the East Coast. We obviously have a little less than 2 hours since the markets close at 4 p.m. on the East Coast, and the markets are all over the place. SPY's up 0.1% as the Dow is down about 0.1%. We have the NASDAQ 100 up 0.25%, with the Russell down about 0.5%. And on top of that, we have the VIX down 2%. We have silver down 1.4%, with gold pretty much breaking even right now. And we hit an all-time high as well. I forgot to mention, we hit an all-time high on SPY, which tracks the S&P 500. And we'll break down the markets more in depth in my video later on today. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that I'm making here on YouTube. So let's dive into these 5 stocks, with number 1 being SOFI. And the funny thing is, I, no joke, locked in profits on my overnight SOFI position right before filming this video. I bought this stock at $16.96 yesterday. I believe it was on this dip. We held through some pain, no problem. And I just sold it at $17.45. So I made about 2.8% profit on that position, and I believe they're scheduled to report earnings today, hence why the stock is running up 3.3% as of now, most likely due to the anticipation of earnings. And you all know, when I'm swing trading, especially shorter term swing positions, I don't like holding through earnings. That's a little pet peeve of mine. So this played out wonderfully. You know, I bought it yesterday. It ran up today. I locked in the almost 3% profit. And they're going to report earnings. And I'm not going to be mad at myself, even if they do well with earnings and the stock explodes and I miss out on a huge gain, because when you're trading, guys, and for anything in life, for that matter, you have to stick to your principles. And one of my key principles is, again, locking in profits before earnings. You know, I've been burnt too many times. Stocks fly up. Sure, I miss out on gains, but they can go down as well. Let's say SoFi crashed to $15 after hours, and I was in at $16.96. That would not be the best look, guys. So overall, I'm looking for SoFi's earnings. I'm excited for them. And we're noticing how we're breaking above the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart here. That's a good sign. And that's with today's 3% move. And I'm going to see what the price action looks like after these earnings. Maybe we're a bit choppy at about 17. Maybe we start going up to 18. And ultimately, I think this stock could get to $20 per share. You know, that is the next target that I have here based on, old resistances from the middle of March, also based on the resistance of this overall descending triangle that we're seeing here. And I feel like the big breakout on SoFi is going to come at $20, whether we break that or not. We'll see. I mean, that's yet to be determined. But I feel like we could see a move from where we are now to $20, with that being the big test, to maybe, okay, we break that and start moving up towards the mid-20s. So SoFi I like, and to be honest, all of you guys on my Patreon know that I've been in and out of this thing like crazy recently. I think I've traded it on 3 separate occasions in the past 2-3 weeks. So we've been doing well on it, and it's been a pretty predictable pattern. You know, I've liked trading this on the 20-day chart. We bought the dip, like I said yesterday, as it was right around the moving average here, and we played that bounce off the moving average. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. We also had Palantir today report earnings. They did EPS of 4 cents versus the 3 cents estimated, so that beat. And revenue also beat, $376 million versus $353.23 million. That's great. And another thing they mentioned is they still see annual revenue growth of 30% or more through 2025. So what that pretty much means is from now to 2025, every year they're expecting to grow at least 30% with obviously more upside and growth. Sure, they can do 50% one year, 60%, 40%, but they're saying, okay, at least 30%, right? And on top of that, they raised their guidance. If we pull up the live news tab here, I think they raised their revenue guidance. Let me make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, they did. They see Q3 sales of $385 million versus the $376 million estimated, and they also raised their full year 2021 adjusted free cash flow guidance from $150 plus million to $300 plus million. So I like it. The stock's up 11%, and that's a clear sign that the investors and the traders out there, they also like it. And I've been telling you guys, look, inverse head and shoulder on Palantir. Left shoulder head, right shoulder. We held the neckline at $21-22, and now with today's pop of almost 12%, we're moving above both moving averages, and we're on our ways to 27.50. That was the high point from the end of June. So I think that's the first target here. Whether we hit that tomorrow, today, which I highly doubt we hit that today, but whether it's tomorrow, today, a couple weeks from now, I don't know. I'm thinking 27.50s next, and if we break that, boom, 30s are coming, and that is where this inverse head and shoulder is going to complete. Whether it's 35, 32, 38, it's yet to be determined, but all I know is that a break above 27.50, 28, there's going to be another big leg up from there. So I like Palantir. Southwest Airlines is another one, but let me preface this stock with this. This is a risky play considering the environment we're in with the Delta, CV, cases rising, potential shutdowns. I mean, travel might start slowing down, which I don't know, guys. I'm not, 100% convinced that's going to happen, but it's a risk out there, and we have to really look at it and take it in for what it is. I mean, we can't just be oblivious to things that we don't want to believe in, right? So there is 100% a risk there in terms of that, and we're noticing now, hey, we're starting to consolidate a bit at 48.50 ever since the past. Well, it's almost been a month, that we've been consolidating here. We peaked above the 50 SMA a couple days ago, and now we're trying to break the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart, which is the last main resistance between us and a breakout. And if I show you all this 3-year chart, we can see we're above both moving averages on the 3-year chart. We're seeing consolidation there, which is nice. And on the yearly chart, we're noticing we're under the moving averages, but you can see it on a larger time frame here. We're holding a higher low at $50. The previous was $45. The previous before that was $37. So the uptrend's holding. We just need to get that breakout, and that is what I'm going to be doing, or just waiting patiently for. It's the breakout. So I like LUV here a lot. And this kind of goes hand in hand with some other travel stocks. The cruise line stocks I like. CCL is one that I'm considering adding a long-term position in, especially if we get more fear around Delta and CCL ends up going under 20 again. That'd be a nice opportunity in my personal opinion. So I like LUV, CCL. I like those a lot right now. AMAT, Applied Materials, is another one I'm looking at now that it's down about 11% from its recent $144 price. And you guys can see, I mean, I'm not too surprised this happened, because we've been getting rejected at 145 ever since April. You can see ever since we hit 145 here, we dropped to 114, tested 145 again, in May, June, and now end of July, early August, and we've pulled back every time. But one thing you notice is even though we've pulled back, we've been holding higher lows, right? We held a higher low at 113, 125 back in the middle of July, and now at 128. This is a key spot. If buyers start coming in here at 128 on applied materials, this could fill the gap back to 145, giving it about $17, $18 upside from here, or in other words, about 11%. But the second it breaks under 127, 128 even for that matter, and we start taking out 125, going low 120s, 115, that is going to be a completely different story. But if we hold the trend, the uptrend, as of now, hey, we could end up getting a move here. And now that I'm looking at my list, I only have 4 stocks on my list. Crap. I swear I had 5 stocks on here. Maybe I deleted one by accident, but we'll just talk about 2 other ones here that are reporting earnings today, and I'll probably circle back to these in the video later on today and cover their earnings. Number one's Disney. They're reporting today. They're currently up about 0.5%. They're moving above the moving averages, but we just must break out of this resistance. If we end up breaking the downtrend resistance, or shall I say the lower high resistance, maybe up 180, 185, that could end up being a breakout play. And again, we'll circle back to this in the video later on today. Airbnb is another one that's reporting today. It's currently up 1.3%, so it's building a tiny bit of steam before this earnings report, even though it's not that big of a move. We're going to be watching it very intensively in the next 2-3 hours. It's currently above the moving averages. We're currently seeing a golden cross as well, and we're also, wow, I just noticed this. We're seeing an ascending triangle too. Take a look at this, guys. We're making higher lows in the past 3 weeks, but we're seeing a clear resistance at 151, 150. So the way this will play out, potentially, it's not guaranteed, but if the ascending triangle plays out, we'll squeeze above 151, fill the gap to about 155. My alert's at 155, and if that breaks, boom, 165 is the next target, which was support in March, April, and a little bit in May before we broke that support, and then it became resistance, right? So these are a couple of stocks I'm looking at right now in the middle of August. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and as always, quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. You must always do your own due diligence, must always buy and sell based on your judgment. That is a given. I'm just here giving you all my personal opinions. So if you all enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment, check out my Patreon if you want all my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, a morning update video, and if you want to just see what I'm doing, if you want to see the SOFI moves I've been making, I've been trading CCL a lot, DraftKings, Golden Nugget Online Gaming, all of these stocks, I'm posting everything on Patreon. So check it out, link down below. Get your $50 as well from M1 Finance, also link down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Again, as always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out.